In the next few minutes, I'm going to explain the exact system that is responsible for making me hundreds of thousands of dollars through music, through coaching, through consulting. I've sold many things through this, and my clients have sold many things through this too. Many music producers have sold $1,000 beats, $6,000 album deals, EPs, all sorts of things. So before I show you the system, I first want to explain the old way of how things are taught to build an online business and why it's a little hard to get clients that way. So you probably know most people tell you to build a website so that there's somewhere for your clients to go. Here is the problem with having a website. What you do first is you drive traffic, whether it's from organic, like your Instagram, your social media, from posting or DMing, or you pay for traffic, which you pay Facebook or whatever to run ads for you. You get traffic to your website, right? The problem is, think about the last time that you visited one of your favorite artists' websites. What did you do? You probably clicked around. There's a bunch of things, right? There's a bunch of things on one page. There's about, there's merch, there's tour dates, there's things they've done, reviews, about me's, and you click around and then you're like, that was cool. And then you just get confused, right? You're like, what do I do next? And so you just leave. You just exit the page and then you're gone forever. And so the problem with that is there's no other way to get a hold of you to continue nurturing the relationship, to turn you into a client or get you to buy something. So that's the problem. It's like a leaky bucket. There's too many holes. You're leaving too much money on the table. So instead of doing this, the better way to do things is something called the high ticket sales system. And this is what it looks like. So as you know, on a web page, everything is on one page. You go to a page, there's about me, there's merch, there's a bunch of things to click on, and people get confused. And a confused person doesn't buy. They say, I have to go make a decision, I'll come back later, and then they never come back. Right? So this is what you should do instead. You should have a sales funnel. This is specifically a high ticket sales funnel. The reason why funnels are more effective for turning people into buyers is because it's not confusing. There's only one step at a time. Instead of having one page with everything on it, it's a series of pages with only one action per page. So there's no confusion. They either take the one action or they leave. And the first action collects their email, their phone number, and their name so that you can continue marketing to them. So even if they leave the funnel, you have their information and you can keep nurturing the relationship. You can keep adding value to their lives so that they trust you and eventually they'll buy from you. This is how you play the long-term game in business, and this is how you grow exponentially. So let's look at this and see how this works. Firstly, no matter what, whether it's a web page, whether it's a sales funnel, no matter what you do, you have to have traffic. So that can come from organic again, or it come from paid ads. And instead of sending them to your website, you're going to send them to your landing page. On this page, you're going to offer them a free gift, something that is appealing for your audience. And again, this is part of the filtration system. You don't want to just give something that is appealing to everybody. You want to make sure it's to your ideal client. So if you're looking for artists to work with, maybe you can give them a free PDF or a free ebook about how to record better, or you can offer them free beats so that they can hear your music, they can record to it, and then you start building this relationship. So on the landing page, offer them the gift and they give you their name, email, phone number. That's it. They do that or they leave. If they're not interested, perfect, leave. If they are, opt in. So as soon as they opt in, you now forever have their email and their phone number. But let's keep going down the steps in the funnel. Once they opt in, they get taken to a video sales letter. And what a video sales letter is just talking about your product, your offers, your services, who you help, what kind of music you make. This is where you showcase yourself and explain why they should work with you. Just like any other product that you've ever seen out there in the market, there's always a video sales letter. And so this is the same thing. And on that page, the only thing for them to do is watch the video sales letter. And then if they like what you have to say, if they like what you have to offer and they're interested, there's a button to book a phone call with you. If they click that button, they get taken to the next page, which is an application. This is where you ask them a series of questions to see if they're a qualified person for you to get on the phone with. Because if they're unqualified, let's say they're not financially ready to invest in a producer, you can take them to a denial page that says, hey, sorry, we're not a good fit right now, but here are some of my other products, and you can downsell them. But if they are a good fit, they'll get taken over to your calendar page. They can pick a time to speak with you, and on that time, you jump on a phone call with them. Now, this is what makes the system so effective, is because is you get on the phone with them and you give a personal touch. In a world where everything is moving digital, everything is taken over by AI, whenever someone gets to speak to a human, they feel so much more comfortable. You get to build this relationship. You get to build this rapport. You get to see exactly what they need, what their problems are, what they're going through. That way you can build that relationship and you can offer them exactly what they need. So this is how I would recommend you sell higher priced things. Meaning, if you want to sell custom production, if you want to sell exclusives that are at least $500, $1,000, or you want to sell them an EP where you produce their entire EP, or you mix their EP, you mix their album, you produce their album, this is where you can close higher ticket things because you can talk to them, ask them questions, see exactly what they need, what they're having trouble with, what they're looking for, what style and everything, and then you can make them an offer. You make them that offer, and since they've spoken to you, they're much more comfortable to invest a higher dollar amount. Think about it. If you sent someone to an order page and you're like, would you like to buy an album production? It'll be $10,000, please. Most people are not going to do that just because they don't have enough information. There's too many objections, too many questions that they want answered. So that's why getting on the phone with them is so powerful. And sure, it can take a little bit of time to speak to everybody, but here's the thing. If you sell higher ticket products, you only need so many clients. Let's just say your goal is to make $5,000 a month with your music. How many $30 beats, $50 beats do you have to sell to be able to get to $5,000 a month? Hundreds of them, right? Whereas if you sell custom production, you work and make sure that each one of these clients gets the best product that they possibly can, you can charge more for that. And since you're custom tailoring it to them, that's where the value is. So if you can just sell 4 or 5 songs at $1,000, or you can sell an EP, produce that for $3,000, or an album, guess what? You only need to sell like 5 songs in order to hit your income goal of $5,000 instead of selling hundreds of $30 beats. Right? And you get to build relationships. You get to build rapport. There's more trust involved. And so it's easier to turn them into a client. And if you can sell 5 beats, you turn that into money. You work with the client, you turn that into money, and you put it back into paid ads so that this system becomes automated, right? The money gets the traffic to your landing page, your funnel handles all this, and then you just jump on the phone with them. You build the relationship and you close the deal. You make more money, you put more into ads, and this is how you scale your business and you start making more and more. So let's go back to the beginning here. Remember on the landing page where we collected their email and their phone number and all that good stuff? So let's just say that they go through your funnel and they look at this video and they're like, I'm going to leave. I'm not going to watch this video, right? And they dip, they leave. With a website, they would have been gone forever, because you didn't collect their information. But on this, since you've already gotten their email, you've gotten their phone number, even if they don't watch this video, guess what? You can send them a series of emails that are automated, right? So every time someone opts in, day 1, they get the email that you write for day 1. Then it waits time. On day 2, they send another email. Day 3, they send another email. So imagine if you send thousands of people through this sequence, a handful of them are going to really value what you're talking about, and they're going to want to get on the phone with you. And then they're going to want to work with you. Okay. So that's the valuable thing, is like you collect their information and you can continue to build this list. Imagine if you have a list of 20,000 people that receive emails from you all the time. But as well, you can hit them from different angles. Get their emails to watch this VSL to learn more about you, or you can just keep nurturing them, speaking to them. But you also have their phone number. So you can call them and you can text them. Let's say they opt in and right away you get a phone call that says, hey, you just opted in, man. I was just wondering if you're looking for help with anything particular. I can send you over some beats. I can send you over some stuff. This is where you can start building relationships right off the bat. Think about how many producers actually reach out right away when somebody opts in. Not a whole lot. So if you're doing these things that people aren't willing to do, this is how you have the upper hand. Right? So you could text them right away and see if they want to get on a call with you. But if not, you can keep nurturing them, right? You can keep sending them emails. These are new beats I made. You can send them text messages. Here's some new stuff. Here's some valuable information. And you keep nurturing the relationship, because in marketing, most people don't buy from somebody until the 6th or the 7th time that they've heard from them or about their business. So if you're expecting someone to just land on your webpage and then buy from you immediately, there's only a small percentage of people that do that. Most of the people need to get warmed up first. That's what the email sequence is for. That's what the text message blasts are for. That's what the phone calls are for. You get to build these relationships and you get them on the phone. Again, you continue to build the relationship so that you can turn them into a client. So you see how much more effective this machine is. So again, let's revisit this. The website method. You drive traffic to a website. They look at a bunch of your information and they say, great, amazing. Now they're confused because they don't know exactly what step to do. Like, should I buy merch? Should I just read about me? Like, what am I supposed to do? And a confused mind doesn't buy because there's too many decisions to make, right? So they just leave. They leave and they're gone forever. And you can never get in contact with them again. So think about the ads, the ad money that you spend to get to your website, and then they just leave and you have no more information. Like, there's too many leaky holes in that bucket, right? You don't want to do that. That's a waste of money. So instead you want something more optimized and you want a funnel like this. So the cool thing about this, let's just say you go out and you DM a bunch of different artists. You can see if they want to get on a call with you, but if they're not ready, perfect. You just send them to the front end of your funnel. They opt in and you have their email, their phone number, and you just keep nurturing that relationship. That way, everybody that you speak to, it doesn't go to waste. They continue being fed in this system so that, days down the road, months down the road, years down the road even, they're finally like, I'm finally in a position where I can afford this type of thing. You're exactly who I want to work with because I've been receiving your emails and there's so much value in them. So being able to be top of mind for when that person is ready to buy that product is super important. Because if they're like, okay, I'm finally looking for a producer, I'm finally looking to get the song done, who's the first person they think of? If you've been doing this correctly and you've been nurturing them, they're going to be like, I'm going to hit up this guy. No questions asked. Right? So that's why this system is so effective. It adds that human touch. It makes sure there's no leaky holes, nowhere for people to leave, and it continues to nurture relationships. So if you want to learn more about this system, I have a free training that I'll leave the link down in the description. It's an in-depth, it's lengthy, it's about an hour and a half, but it goes super in-depth with this system. If you feel like this could help you, go ahead and register and watch the training. Also, if you would like further help on actually implementing this, we could book a call. You can schedule a call with me, same link, just register there, book a call with me, and I can see if I can help you implement this and grow your music business. But regardless, I hope this was valuable to some of you guys. If not, everybody that watches this, like, subscribe, share with a friend that needs to hear this, and I will see you in the next video.